True story. American Muscle. Back when I was young, you could work and put yourself through school. It was the only way I wouldn't end up like my father, in a factory or log wood. I went on to be a machinist, but even those days are gone. But I had to come up with money to even go. Saving money was tough, but I made it. After saving up some cash, I bought a car, which was good enough to get me to my after-school job. That was how I'd get money up to escape, you know? Trust me, with a cheap car you'll be working on it all the time, until you get straightened out, if you do. But anyways, I started my job, suitable for a man of that age. If you're a kid, living with your parents, you can save up a lot of money. I wasted very little, because I wanted to get away so badly. There was another kid, Billy, who took a notice to me when I started to drive. He never shut up about my ride. It was ugly, trashy, but it was the pragmatic choice. Billy Boy, he had a beautiful car. Gorgeous American muscle. He was the kind of boy who was angry all the time. I know I always seen bruises on him, little sores where someone put cigarettes out on his skin. Everyone knew his dad was a piece of work, but a great mechanic, and Billy had his dad's skills. Well, he made me his business. Every day, during school, he would make sure to embarrass me over my car. One day, Billy was waiting for me after school. He was sitting against my car. I could see where he had keyed it, but it was scratched up already. I tried to get around him, ignore his snotty quips. The tough guy was a type with a sneer and a switchblade. Sometimes you just have enough. Life is hard, and by God, there is always someone who always tries to make it harder. Work muscle is what I had, and he was tough, but before he could pull the blade, I shoved him right out of the way. I got his knife, put it in my pocket. A teacher pulled up, asked us what happened, but I just walked away. He knew Billy, and he knew I had an after-school job. All evening into the night, Billy would come around my job. He wouldn't come inside, because they would call the cops. I was scared he'd get me fired. When I got off, I expected him to be waiting. I was the last to leave, but my car was alone in the lot. Billy was nowhere to be seen. Maybe he had let it go. Stupid, I realized later, to believe that he would let any insult go. It was a long drive from my job to my house. Once you got so far, you had to pull off pavement onto gravel. All the way back, I look into the rearview mirror. Nothing. Once I get past town, where there are fewer houses, I see headlights in the rearview mirror. Billy's muscle car had an engine that growled. Seriously, I can still hear it in my dreams. No way could my car beat his. He rushes at my car, backs off. Side to side, Billy whips it. High beams blinded. Finally, up beside me he pulls. His window was down on the passenger side, and an open beer came flying out to hit my window. I hear him laughing like a madman. With all my might, I stomp on the brake. He shoots past. I stomp on the accelerator. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I could slip away. Billy caught up easily, but he just passed me. I watched the muscle car disappear around a curve. Shaking, I pray he had his fun. That laugh, it scared me. Then, coming right at me, here came Billy. At the last moment, he veers off. I can see him turning around in my rearview mirror. Again, he comes at my car, like he was going to hit it. I had enough. He pulled up on my bumper, and again I stomped on the brake. Billy almost hits my car with his. It nearly goes off the road. I get out of my car, and Billy jumps out with a tire iron. He's ready to rumble. Right as he gets close, I jump back in my car, where he would have to run back. I take off. I push my car to its limits. After a few minutes, I see old Billy Boy in the rearview mirror. He's come at me hard this time. My turnoff is hard to see, so at night, you can easily miss it. Right as he gets up on my tail, I whip off the road on the gravel, and I could hear his tires squealing, but all the way home, I don't see him anymore. I even took a different route to school in the morning, just in case. The next day, I don't see Billy. He isn't waiting for me after school. The American muscle was nowhere to be seen. I go to work that night, and Billy never comes around. On the way home, I look into the rearview mirror. By the devil, there he was in the road behind me. This time, Billy drove utterly insane. He came at my bumper, but this time, I could feel my car get hit. I almost fishtail. He pulls up beside me, and actually hits my car with his. I know he had gone crazy, or so drunk he no longer cared about the beating his dad would give him. I can hear laughing from his car. There was something wrong with it. Missing an absence, of anything human. It was a mean laugh. After I hear it, I push my car fast as it would go. Billy Boy gave my car a tap in the back, and it would fishtail. I kept it on the road and prayed that he would leave me alone or not just die. I hoped to pull the same trick again, or as I got ready to pull off, or I had last night. That muscle car gave mine a good tap. The trashy car spins out, but it stays on the road. Billy's American Muscle's headlights blind me, and I get ready to get out. He guns it. It roars across the road right at me. I think, God, he's going to hit me. Billy is going to crash into me. I throw up my hands, cover my face, and nothing. I look, and I can't see him no more. When I went back to school, I looked for him. I was going to fight Billy. When he had chased me the other night, Billy had wrecked. Others told me. The squealing of the tires was him going off the road. He died on impact. No way he chased me the second night. I don't know what to think about it. I never seen him again in my rearview mirror after those times, but I can tell you, for years I looked at the road behind me. That roar of engine and that laugh, sometimes I would hear them. Never told anyone about those nights. I was afraid to get into trouble. It was years ago. I can't even drive now. Without this oxygen tank, I wouldn't even be able to breathe. Never was a betting man, but I think I'll see him again. About his dad, I heard he towed his boy's American Muscle car to his house. Someone said that he killed himself. Drunk used oil until he drowned. If you found the story interesting, give it a like and follow my channel. I would love to share more of these old stories.